also recently a mum, a full-time mum. Tell us how you balance everything between, I suppose, work, family. What do you do? Because I know so many women within the profession want to know. And also, what do you need to do to actually plan? Should people be planning for children?
Yeah, I think it's really important to plan and have a good think about when you want to have children. I don't think there's ever a great time, and even if you fall pregnant by accident, there's lots of women in the law that has happened to, and they've made it work and they've got really successful careers. But I think it has been helpful for me to go through a bit of workplace planning and make sure that I was in a comfortable position at a really supportive firm. That's really important. I recently published an article where I talked about the fact that having a baby in the law is a 3-year proposition, and that's because you're going to spend 1 year during pregnancy. That's, if you try and you fall pregnant straight away, then you have 9 months of pregnancy. You then will take up to 12 months off normally, and obviously I transitioned back a lot earlier, but during that 12 months you're still transitioning back up to some kind of part-time, full-time capacity. And then for a lot of women, you've got to stay in that firm for at least another year to make sure that you can keep the additional parental leave benefit that you've been given. So it really is important to think of having a baby in the law as that at least a 3-year planning cycle, and I think that can really help especially young women get their heads around the planning. But I've also been talking to an increasing number of men in the legal profession who actually want to be a primary carer or really support their wife who may also be in the law or have another type of high-level career. And so it's been really interesting to be able to talk about my experience, because I actually did 3 days work and my husband did 3 days work, so we shared the juggle in that way. And I really don't think without my husband's support I would have been able to continue working in the way that I have. So it is really important that we have discussions with our young men in the law and we start talking to them about the options for them too to be able to help with that caring role.
What should men know?
I think first off, they should know that they're supported and that they will be encouraged if they choose to be a primary carer. And I think it's just really important that they know it's an option. I certainly know since Brendan, my husband, has taken time to be a carer for our son Remy, he's had a lot of other men contact him and ask him about the process, about the social stigma that's out there. We know that in Australia, less than 10% of men are the primary carers, so it is still a minority, and it's really important for men to be able to reach out to other stay-at-home dads or to other dads working flexibly so that they don't feel so alone. Women are really great at getting a good support network, whether it's through mothers groups, parent groups, play groups. There's a lot of women that you can reach out to and talk with, but it's a bit harder for men. So I think just making it more socially acceptable by talking about it as an option is a really good starting point.